we're going to find all the real zeros of the function. And if we zoom in on this graph here, well, that's as far as I can zoom. Looks like each one of these blocks is worth 1. So I've kind of got my eye on, looks like -2 to me. And that kind of looks like 1 right there. Looks like 1. Oops, I was going to say negative, but it's 1. And then I've got some kind of fraction there. 1, 2, that looks like it could be 3. Maybe it's 3. And maybe that's something like 2.5. I don't think I'll go over there. I think I'll try the ones that look more sure, more certain. So let's see. First of all, let me see all my possibilities. Well, I've got 30, and that goes on top. 30 on top, factors of 30, and 2's on the bottom. Okay? So factors of 30, 1 is a factor, 2 is a factor, 3 is a factor, 4 is not a factor. 4 times 7 is 28. Close, but no cigar. 5, 6. What goes with 3? 5 and 6 go together and make 30. What goes with 3? Well, 10. What goes with 2? Well, 15. And what goes with 1? Well, 30. Okay, so plus or minus all of those over 1 or 2, which are the factors of 2. So here are my possibilities. 1 plus or minus all these. 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. And then I'll start dividing by 2. 1 over 2. 2 over 2, I already have that. It's called 1. 3 over 2. 5 over 2. 6 over 2, I already have that. It's called 3. 10 over 2, already have 5. 15 over 2, don't have that. And 30 over 2, I already have 15. Okay, so those are all my possibilities. I don't even want to count them. There's so many. But you should find the possibilities. And then we'll just plug in one. Let's try. We've got to do 2 because I got to whittle this down to x squared, so I got to do it twice. So we will say -2. We'll start with that one. And we'll take all our coefficients. 2, -9. Aha! They don't have x squared in there, so I got to put a 0 because they left it out. So 0 there. I'm glad to have that as an example because we haven't had that too much. Okay, and let's bring these down. Let's bring down the 2. 2 times -2 is -4, plus -9 is -13, times -2 is +26, plus 0 is 26, times -2 is -52, plus +37 is -15, -2 times -15 is +30, that's 0. So -2 worked. Now let's try, what did we say up there? We said 1 might work, right? We said 1 would probably work. And they're on the list. I mean, we had a -2 right there, positive or negative. So we're going to try 1 now, and it should work, we hope. So we're just using the same numbers. So we're bringing down the 2, and we say 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus -13 is -11. 1 times -11 is -11. Plus 26 is 15, times 1 is 15, plus -15 is 0. Okay, so far we have x plus 2, that's for the -2, and we have x minus 1, that's for the positive 1, and now we have 2x squared, because of that 2, and then we have -11. You see where I'm going here. -11x and +15. And the last question that I need to say something about is, can I factor this over here? Am I done factoring, or can I factor that? Well, here's the thing. I know that it hits the x-axis over here, so I know I have some more real roots, okay? So I can either factor that, or I could keep going with what I think. I'll just go ahead and factor it. If I wanted to keep going, I guess I'd probably try a 3 next. But otherwise, I think I'll just factor this, and maybe I can spot it. I don't know, maybe not. 2 and 15 make 30. 2 and 15 make 30. And I want them to add up to 11, a negative 11. I think I know those factors of 30, negative 5 and negative 6, right? So I can say 2x squared. What goes with 2 better, 5 or 6? I'd say 6 goes better. Negative 6, negative 5, plus 15. And I will factor out a 2x from the first two. And I will factor out a negative 5 from the next two. And there we go, we have it. We have x plus 2 from before, x minus 1 from before, and now we have x minus 3 since it showed up in 2 places. And we have the leftovers, right? We have the leftovers. We have 2x minus 5. Okay, so they want to know the zeros, right? They want to know the zeros. And so I've just got to solve all these for 0. So what goes with plus 2? Well, minus 2 goes with plus 2. What goes with, and we knew that because we put in a minus 2 here. We knew that. We also know this 1 here. Not that we can't see it down here. What goes with minus 1? Well, plus 1 goes with minus 1. What goes with negative 3? Well, positive 3. And what goes, I don't want the 2 anymore, and I do want a 5. So I put what I do want on the top and what I don't want on the bottom. If I multiply that by 2, the 2's cancel and I get a 5. Then I subtract 5 and I get 0. So hopefully you can see that. If not, if you don't see that, say 2x minus 5 is equal to 0 and solve for x. But anyhow, so we also get 5 over 2, which we thought we might. I said it might be about 2.5, and it is. 5 over 2 is 2.5. That turned out to be true. And those are my zeros, so I'm done. Can't factor anymore. And I can't have more than 4, right? I couldn't have more than 4 because I have x to the 4th. So the most I could have was 4, and they're all real, so I got 4.